And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Leonard Williams in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. That is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Leopard! Leopard!
Geis with the carry on second down. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 3rd down. Gold. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 more on that one and another 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Goal. Throw left side complete. It's Palmer. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
first down. This is Geis pushing his way through. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. From the gun, Gold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Gold. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 3rd and 2. Gold. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Shotgun.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson on first down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. He got 29 yards that time. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
19.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now it's Wilson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. As his guys are in for 6. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And the drive begins with a run by Dice. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. Geis receives the pitch. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find the crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Goal. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up first and 10. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And a cut to the right and some open field here. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Fights off the defender. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Only 3 punts in NFL history have gone for 90 yards or more. You just witnessed one. It's number 4. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. start on the ground with Geis. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Throwing on 1st down. Gold over the middle, complete. That's Palmer. And he lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Lambeau following these words.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a toss. This is Geis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Gold. He gets it in the hands of Geis, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Brown. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And now the Packers get set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Able to spin free. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll go on the ground. And a loose football. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Able to shake him off. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Hey, over here. Gotta go.
A first carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney.
The toss right to Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Gold. Now he's flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And that is incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
First throw now for the backup car. Complete. Richardson has it. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Over the middle to Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
694.
Carr now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
6-18.
Carl try it again on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. You know, a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
This one fielded at the 5. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
19.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. We'll check it down to Geis. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Wilson to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. They go play action with Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 77 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Wilson escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. Caught right side. Davis. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The Packers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Wilson will throw again. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Hey, 7:34. 29.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Get down. 180. Low. Go. Get set. 24.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr got his man complete over the middle. That's Richardson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Monday, down. 185.
Here we go with Geis. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. And the red Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A dump off for Davis. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On 2nd down, Wilson forced out to his left. And shedding through the tackle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here's Geis. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. And now the Packers going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Redskins on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Washington, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Packers,